I mean, Americans will understand this. We have medieval times, dinner and tournament. It was like that. Like, I curtsied as though I was like... Pleasure to meet you, Your Majesty. Like, was that okay?
Wow. Just, wow. Hello there, Babs and Babettes, and welcome back to the S.B.E. channel. I'm going to say it now. I've got quite a cold coming on, so I'm not feeling 100%, but I had to get a video up after seeing and hearing some of the stuff I've been seeing and hearing. So Meghan first of all discusses the fact that she didn't know the protocol happens behind closed doors. Well, number one, I don't believe that. You had a coach, you had the training, and you had Harry to fill you in. This is not the fact that you went in just completely oblivious. No way. I don't believe that. That's just my own personal belief. I do not believe that for a second. Secondly, if you truly went into this just not expecting the protocol or anything like this, it enforces that view, the fact that you have gone into this thinking you would get the tiara, she would have the carriages, and it would just be a fairy tale story. Well, it's not. This is a modern monarchy or institution that is working. That's the difference, and it's a very big difference. So, by her saying, I didn't realise, that doesn't weld up. It doesn't fit. Another thing that popped up was also the fact of when she first met Princess Kate.
And I had met her for the first time they came over for dinner. I remember I was in ripped jeans and I was barefoot. It's like I was a hugger. I've always been a hugger. I didn't realize that is really jarring for a lot of Brits.
I think it's pretty standard etiquette that the first time that you meet someone, the other person may not expect you to go straight in for a hug. Now, some people like hugging. Some people are alright with doing that first time meeting someone, and others are not. But to class, I think it's very jarring for Brits, specifically Brits, who don't like the hugging, is so ridiculous. Alright, there might be some people who don't like the hugging, but that goes throughout the whole world, Meghan. Right? It's not just in Britain. Okay? Now me, personally, I've got no problem with a hug, right? That's me personally. Not bothered. But some people are. And some people like to give a handshake when first meeting someone or saying, oh, lovely to meet you, you know, and having a chat and going from there. Not going straight in for a hug. It may seem a small thing to bring up, but the reason that I do is because it does seem that Meghan seems to be generalising a lot, such as Brits not liking hugging and all Americans thinking that when they think of the royal family, they think of knights and medievalness. There are also Americans, and some of them I actually watch as commentators on YouTube and other platforms to do with the royal family, and they study the royal family, and they know the modern monarchy. We also see the fact that she had a picture of when Prince Harry proposed. Well, that was convenient. I mean, why on earth would you... He obviously got down on one knee, but then the picture was taken. So either she had the phone or camera or whatever was used out at the time, or she went, oh, wait there, I've got to take a picture of this. That, to me, because I genuinely think that this was planned to use that picture. And we've seen a lot of this. This isn't the first time. But I think that she took that picture. You can argue that it might have been for a nice memory or something like that. But if my partner decided to get down on one knee and propose, I would not stop him halfway through and say, oh, hold on. Oh, I've got to get a picture. So going back to the beginning of the video, I showed a clip of Meghan Markle showing how she first met the Queen and presented her curtsy. And that was the clip that made me to decide that I had to get my thoughts out about this. I can't leave it until I've watched the full thing. It's going to be 6 hours in total. So, there's no other way to put it. It is mocking.
Like, pleasure to meet you, Your Majesty.
Now, you could argue again that she was just nervous or showing how excited she was. Of course, you can argue that. However, we all know this is a besmirch fest. We all know the stuff that has happened in the past, and those that follow Harry and Meghan and what's going on, they will know that this is not. And in my opinion, this is not. This is besmirching. It is mocking the fact that she had to even in the first place curtsy, and even that silly little Your Majesty that she does in the clip it's astounding how Harry could sit there and allow that to happen. Because look at Harry's face.
And this, we have medieval times, dinner and tournament. It was like that. Like, I curtsied as though I was like, pleasure to meet you, Your Majesty.
Now, notice how when she does it, his face is completely blank. He doesn't smile. He actually looks a tad angry if you look closely. But when she comes back up and looks at Harry, that's when he smiles. Now, that to me says a lot. Now, I'm no body language expert. Don't look to me for that. Go and see the body language guy. He's brilliant. And he examines all of this in detail. But what she does there is so infuriating. Because you know it's mocking. It's not... That does not feel like Jess. That does not feel like she's saying it presenting how she was nervous or anything like that. It generally feels like she's just mocking the system. She's mocking the monarchy. She's mocking, in essence, in my opinion, it comes across, especially when she says that, Your Majesty, with that grin, it feels like she's mocking Queen Elizabeth II. Now, I'm not saying she was, but that's how I feel it came across. And frankly, how Harry could allow that to happen is way beyond me. So I don't think that Harry and Meghan are going to come out of this looking very good at all. I still think King Charles III should send them an invitation to the coronation, just so in future they can't use this against him. Because from what we've seen in the past, I imagine that's something that they would do. From what I've seen through polls and discussing it with just general friends and family, the general feeling that I'm getting is that the majority of opinion is done with Harry and Meghan. It's gone too far. This could have been sorted years ago by a sit-down and discussion, instead of going on Oprah Winfrey getting paid millions, instead of going on Netflix getting paid millions, which most of us can't ever do with our disagreements in family or in general life. We have to sort it out if we have grievances. Now, we know there are over 30 lies in Oprah. We've gone over this. We've gone over this. But there could have been an opportunity in future to sit down and reconcile what grievances they had, or if the royal family wanted to say, well, our recollections may vary, as Queen Elizabeth II brilliantly put it. I'm going to leave the video there, Babs and Babettes, because I'm ill, and I shouldn't be. I wasn't going to record so soon after my last video, but I had to get my views out about this. Now remember, all of my opinions are my own, okay? I've tried to be fair during this video, okay? And I encourage those to go out, study the situation for themselves and come to their own conclusions. But these are just my opinions. I have to say that because, you know, YouTube. But This is a great shame that all of this has happened. I said it before. But as always, Babs and Babettes, I shall say, keep calm, carry on, stay positive, and I shall see you in the next video. Tatty tatty bye, toodaloo, God save the king!